Hello and welcome to another puzzling time video, and today I'm going to be showing you not one, not two, but three puzzles all by the same designer. Now recently I've had a big clear out and I've kind of got rid of some puzzles, I've exchanged some puzzles, and I've also kind of got some new ones in as well to freshen up my collection. And these three I've exchanged some puzzles for, so these are new to my collection. As you can see, they come in two of them come in rather large boxes. This is a standard puzzle hamster, so about 16 centimeters long. And we'll just plop him down there. And we'll start with the smallest. So the designer of these puzzles is Phil Wigfield. The boxes themselves are just kind of shop bought boxes, but they're beautifully kind of lined boxes. And this first one, if you open up the instructions here, it's just called nuts. And the idea of this puzzle is to remove the 5 nuts off this bolt, which has got heads on both ends there. So the idea is to find a way of removing these 5 bolts. It's beautifully made, nice weight to it. It's pretty solid. As a puzzle, it's fairly standard compared to some other nut puzzles that are out there. So it's a great version of it, nicely presented, comes in a nice little box. Definitely kind of worth checking out, but I don't think it offers anything kind of radically new to kind of the nuts and bolts. As beautifully made and as well made as it is, there is a slight difference, I suppose, in the way it kind of works. Worth getting if you're a kind of collector of nut puzzles and nut bolt puzzles, but generally you're not going to find anything radically new with that. So out of the three, I would guess that this one really is probably the one that I'm kind of least kind of time it took to solve it. This was kind of the quickest solve. Let's randomly pick one of these other ones. So this one here, this is called Sticky Barrel. Again, in a beautiful box. I really liked Sticky Barrel. This stick is in the barrel and we have to remove it. And I must have played with this for quite a while before I kind of worked out how it might work and kind of got the stick free, put the stick back in. The designer does say there's 2 screws down here at the bottom if you want to unscrew it and see how it works once you've solved it, which I did do, and my visual of kind of how it worked was pretty accurate, because I think there's only really one way this could have worked. But it's really heavy, it's a nice size, it's a little blind, so if you're used to kind of blind puzzles, then you might like that one. But that is a very, very nice puzzle. The link to these puzzles are the Etsy page. I will be linking below as well. And then this is the final one. And this one here, again, beautiful box. It's called Spinning Tumblers. Now, Spinning Tumblers, it took me a while again. I was solving this, but I solved it by accident. This is the heaviest of the three, very heavy. It's got all these spinning components on the tumbler, and the idea is to kind of unscrew the tumbler and see how it works. And I was playing with this and messing with this, and you can feel different resistance, you can hear things moving around inside it, and then it kind of started to make sense, and I started to get some kind of pattern and rhythm going, and then it came apart, and then I could see exactly what was happening, which wasn't exactly what I thought. And as soon as you see how it happens, you can kind of reset it and redo the puzzle perfectly going forward. So that's always good. It does work reliably well, but it is very different. It's very unique. There are some issues with this in that it is blind. So kind of the blind aspect of it is something to kind of bear in mind if you're not a fan of blind puzzles. But I do believe he's going to be making a second version, which will have some kind of markings on it, make it less blind. So that'll be coming out soon. So keep an eye out for that. There's also going to be more versions of nuts coming out, different versions of nuts and and hopefully I'll get to see those and give you some feedback on those. But brilliant designer, Phil Wigfield. He's new to designing puzzles. Like I say, these three I got kind of just because on the Discord I managed to swap some puzzles that he'd not seen and he wanted with these three. So I was really lucky because these are really fantastic. Well worth checking out if you're into brass puzzles, heavy puzzles. Wouldn't say that they're the hardest in the world, but definitely new, and sticky barrel and the spinning tumblers quite unique and quite clever in the way they work, if a little blind possibly. Okay, if you've got any questions, then please pop them below and I will answer them as soon as I possibly can. That's all for now. Bye.